By request, kick-ass facts, the Ganzfeld procedure. Pew, 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 pew! A Ganzfeld experiment, from the German words whole and field, is an assessment used by parapsychologists that they contend can test for extrasensory perception, ESP, or telepathy. In telepathy experiments, one person acts as the receiver and is exposed to white noise and a homogeneous red light. Another person acts as the sender and attempts to relay information to the receiver. Between 1974 and 1982, 42 Ganzfeld experiments were performed by parapsychologists, with mixed results. These investigations are controversial and have been fiercely debated. The Ganzfeld procedure is probably best known for its uses in parapsychology experiments, but it is also used to induce hallucinations and sensory distortions, which are much more likely to occur in the absence of clearly defined sensory experiences. Some of the descriptions of hallucinations include an urban scenery like an empty avenue after a rain, large areas covered with water, and the city skyline reflected in the water surface like a mirror. A feeling of tranquil summer afternoon in a forest, so quiet, so peaceful, and then suddenly a young woman passed by on a bicycle very fast. She crossed the visual field from right to left with her blonde long hair waving in the air. A friend of mine and I were inside a cave. We made a fire. There was a creek flowing under our feet, and we were on a stone. She had fallen into the creek and had to wait to have her things dried out. In the right side of the visual field, a mannequin suddenly appeared. He was in all black, had a long narrow head, fairly broad shoulders, very long arms, and a relatively small trunk. He approached me, stretching out his hands, very long, very big, like a bowl, and he stayed so for a while, and then he went back to where he came from slowly. That sounds creepy as fuck. The hardest part in recreating the experiment is getting the lighting conditions right. One way to do it is to cut a ping pong ball in half. You'll have to use each half to cover a different eye. The ball should be clean with no spots or writing, and you'll use the half should be tailored to your face so there are no gaps to let the light in. You can use tape or adhesive to make sure they don't move, or you can buy Ganzfeld goggles. However you do it, the light reaching the eyes must be equal in all directions. The room should have no shadows or flickering light. Some people choose to shine a bright light, usually red, to flood the room and keep the light uniform. Then you'll need noise-canceling earphones, uninterrupted static, or some form of white noise. Put the earphones and eye coverings on, but keep your eyes open, then settle in, be patient, and let the experiment begin. While harmless for most, proceed with caution. The experience can be disorienting and too intense for some people. With exposures of 10 to 20 minutes, you may experience intermittent loss of vision. Some people can't tell if their eyes are open and closed. The effects are unsettling, but they are temporary. It is also possible to experience disturbing hallucinations. While this may actually be the goal for some people, hallucinations can be very frightening. You shouldn't try this experiment if you have a mental health condition that could be exacerbated by sensory deprivation or hallucinations. Be careful if you try it, but if you do, tag me. I want to know how it went.